Right, guys, so welcome back to this next session. We're dealing with module 4 of Winning with Sellers. We're dealing on lesson 9, which is listing score, which we're going to be going into, but we're kind of dealing with how to do the listing correctly, listing processes and deal processes. And we're just going on to section 2 of the listing process, where we're going to deal with deals and the actual overall process on working with rentals as well. So Kirsten, over to you. If you just want to go for it, please. Thanks so much.
Sure. Thanks, Dion. So we're going to start with, I'm just going to share. We're going to start with where you can find your processes. So you guys already know that you all have access to the agent folder. Within the agent folder, there's a folder called Documents. Inside Documents, you have your two folders. You are either conducting a sale of a property, or you are concluding a lease or a rental for that property. So both folders, inside each folder, you will find your sales process. There's the one for sales. These do differ because the way that a sale is done through the business and the way that a rental is done is two different processes. Inside the rental and leases folder, you should find your process in there as well. Here it is here. So these documents are the ones that I showed you guys for listings. I think let's start in the sales, because the sales is a little bit more cumbersome than the rentals. Open up your docky. The best way to deal with this document is probably to download it and save it somewhere on your computer, just because it is an ever-changing document, but right now it is quite set in stone. This document won't be changing for the next few weeks. So ultimately, it's easier to work with downloaded. I am going to just download it. You can see it's downloading here. I'm going to find it in my downloads folder. And I'm just going to pull it up quickly. Just see you guys here. Can't see. Okay. Sorry, guys, just opening. It's a bit slow because I'm sharing my screen with you. Okay. So this document starts again, like I said earlier, from scratch. So we've got the sales process, all of what Dion has already taken you through, your CMA, your appointment, working out your mandate, drawing up your listing and saving your listings form. And then you start winning with your buyers. So you start finding someone who's interested in your property, and you start taking them through the offer to purchase process. So your offer to purchase process needs to start with your OTP, which would either be for freestanding or sectional title. If you click on these little links, it was going to take you straight through to a docky. So I'm going to just click on this. I'm going to hope that it works for me today. Murphy's Law, it doesn't work when I want to show everyone. Okay. Okay, and it's going to take you straight through to your document. All these documents that are saved on the drive at the moment are saved in PDF. Not 100% of them are interactive on a PDF just yet. I'm still working through all of them, but a lot of them are. So you can download them and fill them out electronically. However, these all need ink signatures. So best bet, if you want to fill it out and then print it out and get it signed, that is a nice, neat way to present it to your clients and to your seller. Should you not be able to fill it out interactively yet, just download it and print it out and fill out all your details. And this is starting your offer to purchase. So this is a very exciting time for you guys and for your buyers and sellers. So please remember that some people are buying for the first time, which is a thrilling experience for them. And we want to make it as nice and as enjoyable as possible, because it can also be a very stressful one. And it's an exciting time for you because there's soon going to be some money in your bank. So also, please make sure this is filled out to the best of your knowledge. Don't miss any signatures. A couple of things that I've noticed through working on deals, marriage situations. So if someone is married in community or property, you have to have both parties sign it, husband and wife. We have seen it come through where one party has signed it and we've gotten all the way through to the end, and oops, we've just realized when attorneys have contacted us, we're missing a signature. This delays your process we have to start the whole thing again. So it delays it by a couple of weeks. So let's not make that mistake, guys. Also, another very important thing to remember is when you are oh, no, sorry, that's for the selling. That's not for the purchasing. Okay, so this is your offer to purchase for your freestanding. I found it on my Word document, which is not here anymore. Where have you gone? Oh, it's because it's PDF. Okay. Freestanding or sectional title. So you will find them here. If you are looking for them in your drive, you will find them in residential. Very clear folders here. Your mandates for when you are selling a residential will be in there. Your listing information when you are listing a residential will be in there. And then once you reach the offer stage, it's in here. So you've got your freehold, so your freestanding OTP, your sectional title OTP, and your offer cover letter. This cover letter is something that is often sent to your clients when you guys have received an offer. So if you're not having a face-to-face conversation and you want to do something over email and to present an offer to them, this is a cover letter that you can use. This cover letter includes the purchase price, the deposit that the person is willing to pay, the bond that will needing to be approved. This is giving your seller all the information that they need on their property. Also remember that sometimes the selling of a property is very personal. Some of these people have been in their houses for 40 years. So everyone thinks that they're going to get 3 million Rand for a house that maybe is only valued at 2. But it's always important to make them feel like it is possible, but the best offer is going to be 2. So just remember that it's also a very important event, a life event for them. So that's for you guys to use if you need it. In order to start your offer and your deal process, you start with your OTP, then you go and you fill out your deal cover sheet. This is crucial. This is a crucial internal document. This allows the deals coordinator to pull every little bit of information that you have about that property from one page and put it into our back end on our office side. So we know exactly what is happening with deals. We know how to forecast the income in the business. We know the commissions due. We know who's due commission. We have all the answers if anyone should ask. It's a crucial piece of auditing information that we always have to have on a property. So no property will ever be looked at without this deal sheet cover attached to it. So this document is interactive. You just simply download it. Again, I've made it a PDF document because it's easier to work with, and it just forces you to download it. I'm not going to be able to open it like that. It forces you to download it. When we left it as a Word, shame, we were getting everyone filling it out online, and it was getting very interesting. There were about 10 properties on one deal sheet cover. It's not downloading for some reason. Just going to hit that again. Okay, here it is. Okay, so you can see here, this is a totally interactive deal sheet cover, and it is super easy to fill out. Do it online. So I'm not going to do the whole thing, but you can see it's got all the information you need. Is it a house? Is it a townhouse, apartment, farmland? What is it? Deposit. Okay, your further deposits. Your percentage breakdown. So did you do the deal for 7%? That would be great. Cornerstone prop breakdown. So are we on a 80-20 split? And then okay, there's nothing here, but your team leader, your team partner, and any referral that may have been involved in that deal. So it's important to put the breakdowns of all these people and the Rand value and the name. So work that out. If you're battling to work it out, use a calculator. That would be your best bet. Your seller details, very important, because all this information gets passed on to the attorneys, and the attorneys for the bond and the transfer attorneys need all of this information. Purchaser details, also vitally important. Attorney details. So a lot of the time, and Dion, you maybe need to step in here and correct me. I know that we do encourage our purchasers to use the attorneys on our panel, just because they know our business, they work with us, and they are super efficient. Sometimes sellers like to use their own attorneys, but for example, when I purchased a house, I did fight back on that. Being a buyer, I had the power to say, I don't want to use your attorney, because ultimately I don't know who they are. I've got an attorney that I work with, and I used one of Cornerstone's attorneys, and they didn't have a problem with it. At the end of the day, you are purchasing their house. You are the one that's forking out all the money. So sometimes it is okay, and they will be all right with that. So let's try and use our attorneys. But should they really not want to, the new attorney details go in here. But yeah, if you're using Jacques Roos or Granted Swanepoel or whoever else, that goes in here, and you guys should know who your attorneys are. If you do not, please talk to your team leader. He or she will have all the information of the attorneys that are on our panel. Mortgage details, so the mortgage originator. Often we use at the moment we're using Multinet. So if the buyer needs help, sometimes they may want to go direct to bank. For example, Investec, they don't go through mortgage originators, but should they not know and they're first-time buyers and they need some help, you need to chat to them about Multinet and what Multinet does and how they go and they find the best rates and best bonds for them. Also, Multinet is here for you. Kanika or Moira are there to chat to you about anything that you need. Should you need to get in touch with them and have a meeting with them and get to know how they do business, that would probably be a very good thing to do before starting that, because then you can speak to someone knowing all the information. Documents to be attached. Again, we've helped you with a checklist. Have you got your offer to purchase? Yes. Have you got your seller FICA documents? Very important. Although, if you do not have this, attorneys will get this and share it with us. Purchase of FICA documents, that is okay to request. Sometimes requesting seller FICA documents may be a bit difficult, but should you have it, then that'd be great. And any addendums or annexures that may apply to the deal. So there you've got a deal, you file it, you save it, and you save it. Now this is where you start your very important folder. So I'm going to go to my agent folder and I'm going to the agent listing, which is where I initially put all my documents for my listing. I'm going to go to my name. This is the property that I listed, and this is the one I've got the offer for. And inside here would be all my listing stuff. But now I'm going to create a new folder and I'm going to call it deal. Okay. Inside the deal folder, you're going to create other folders. Now, these folders are going to help you make sure you are putting all your information in. So we're going back to our sheet of what we need to do. We still have not sent the OTP or deal sheet yet. Please note that we are still working on it ourselves. So agent to negotiate and agree with buyer on your commission and the mandates, on the OTP, on the offer. There might be a bit of back and forth now. You've got it signed by the seller and you've got it signed by the buyer. You're going to start your folder, name it deals, and under that folder, you're going to start with other folders. And these folders are going to prompt you to get what you need. So we're going to add another folder and we're going to call it agreements. Yeah, sorry, I was going to add one in there. Agreements. So this would ultimately be your OTP and your deal sheet cover. Then you're going to, wait, Sherbet, sorry, I'm pushing too many buttons. Yeah. Let me just go back. Damn, I was in the right place. Sorry, guys. Oh, I've lost where we were.
Just as Kirsten's finding that, guys, so we just want to spending a little bit of time with this, because I just wanted you just to get an idea of their processes. But I think we will also Kirsten is busy doing a whole video training on the processes alone. So we're going to we'll take a whole live process and do it through that. So Kirsten, maybe we just go through this, and then if you just touch on the next thing, and then we can get onto the deal, the listing score. Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, cool. Okay, so guys, you can see then as I'm adding these folders, I'm adding them according to what is laid out here. Your FICA documents, your some people will have HOA documents, homeowners association docs, and your letters. In the letters, when you send an OTP through, I'm going to show you now the letters that are going to be added in there. So once you've saved your OTP and your deal sheet cover into these folders and you put it under the agreement, you're going to draft an email to deals@cornerstone and notify deals, new deal or new OTP, and the address test 123, and you send it to deals@cornerstone, and inside there, you're going to put this link. So Hi, deals. Please note I have a new OTP. Please proceed with deal. It is my deal sheet and my OTP is saved in this folder. What I do is I right click on here. I get link. Copy link. And inside my email, I go and I type what I need to type, and it's hi deals. There's my link. Thank you very much. And please keep me updated and send it off to deals. Deals will receive that link and they will immediately go to your folder. They will grab your OTP. They're going to then on their side, without getting you involved, they're going to notify Dean. Dean is going to go and sign this deal. Once they've signed the deal, they're going to write up a cover sheet letter that is going to go to your buyer, it's going to go to your seller, and it's going to go to the conveyancers. And the buyer and seller one, it's a lovely letter that states all the plain facts out on one piece of paper. They're going to attach it with the OTP, and it's hi, Mel, you are going, congratulations on buying this property. We are so happy to be doing business with you, and well done, and blah, all these nice, lovely words. And here's the information about the property. Please find signed OTP attached. That is the complete OTP now sent to the buyer, and we do the same for the seller. Congratulations. Thank you for listing your property through us and giving us the time and allowing us to do business with you. Here is your OTP. Congratulations on the sale. We will keep you updated. On those cover letters, it explains the conveyances that will be involved, the people that they're going to hear from. It's got Dean's information, and it's got everyone else's info that they would need. Then we send it to the conveyancers and we notify them that there's a deal that needs to begin. They reply saying noted, thank you, and they begin working on the deal. That is out of our hands now. Conveyancers will work on it. They will on their side get hold of the buyer and seller and do what they need to do. Now at the same time, if you as the agent have not got hold of the bond originator, Deals is going to notify them just in case, just as a double check for you. Not sure if agent Kirsten has been in touch with you, but Multinet, this person needs a call. Please give them a ring and find out if you can help them with the bond. That is all. And that's pretty much all you need to do as an agent in terms of notifying Multinet as well. Hi guys, please note that this person, here's their details. They need to be contacted. They are looking for a bond for this property for this amount. Give them all the information. And again, off it goes. It's out of your hands. You've done. So all the hard work's done. Then we start filling up your folder for you. And that's when details start coming through, the bond information, certificates, all of that starts coming through. And we start updating information on our side, which is our attorney follow-up sheet, which gives our directors a snapshot view of exactly what deals in the pipeline, and a couple of other documents that helps the business run to expect and forecast property registrations. Okay, so I'm going to quickly move on to the rental process. The rental process is a little bit simpler. Also can be found in your agent folder. Agent list, documents. And again, your rental process will be under lease, rentals. It's your rental process. And here you've got your dockies for your residential or for your commercial. You've got your service agreement. Okay, so Dina sets the rental folder up a bit differently, but this works for everyone that's doing rentals at the moment. This is your rental folder template. And this is ultimately what your folder when you're doing a rental should look like under your name. So remember, like in the deals one for the sales, we had agreement, we had certificates, we had HOA. This is what the rental one will look like. You'll have your application and FICA documents, because remember, we need to do credit checks on people. We need their FICA documents, lease and tenant invoice. So ultimately, once we've done a credit check, that's when the lease gets done. So in a rental process, you've got your application form, and then you've got your lease agreement. Your lease agreement is the binding agreement. Your application form is just an application to rent. That is what we do the credit check for. Should your tenant not pass a credit check, they do not go to the next step. Okay, they do not pass go. So that's where it stops. If it does, the credit check is positive and it goes through, that's when you start drawing up your lease agreement and your tenant invoice, and so that accounts can invoice your tenant for the amount owing, which is normally your 1 month's rent, your deposit on water and lights, and I can't remember the other deposit, but there's another deposit that may, like a breakage deposit. So let's just go back here. Dion, just stop me if I'm running over time. Okay, residential. So here we've got our rental process. I'm just going to open my one up on my side because I've got it here. Very similar. This is the one I showed you guys during the listings. So now we've got a tenant who wants to rent out your property. Okay, so we've got a tenant that wants to rent out your property. Prepare the application. Again, guys, we're a virtual office. Everything's done online, and this works. So you're going to send your tenant the application form. Inside your folder here, in the rental folder, there is a template for this. It's called WhatsApp text to prospective residential rental tenant. Should it not be a WhatsApp? Copy and paste this text and put it into an email. You guys all know how to write an email. So we've given you enough information here. Just manipulate it to make it look like it's coming from you. So we've written up, hi, please see attached online rental application form. This is the link that links them to our online application form, which I'm going to show you now. Here's some information that you want to give them about the property. If you don't want to use it, take it out. Monthly rental. So here's some information so that it's upfront and clear what amounts are due to them, so that when they receive an invoice for 40,000, they weren't expecting one for 10, because now we're already far in the process. So make sure it's clear and stated right up front. Kindly complete the attached form and return with all supporting documents. We cannot do a credit check without the correct FICA documents. These are the FICA documents. If it comes to deals and the FICA documents are not in the folder, it doesn't get looked at. IDs, 3 months pay slips, 3 months bank statements, proof of current address, and proof of income tax number should it have been a company. Once we have all the relevant documents, we can process your application and send the lease through, provided all is in order and approved. Okay, so if you're looking for it, guys, it is sitting in the residential folder under documents, under leases, residential, and it's sitting in the rental folder template. Everything you need for residential rentals are here. Okay, so that's that. Oh, no. Okay, then that will take them. The application form is, again, it's a Zoho form. We love Zoho forms because they are legendary and they're very clear and very simple and easy to use.
First, I think just with regards to this, because we can also cover this at a later stage with regards to the actual rental stuff. I'd like to do some training where we do specific rental, specific commercial, then specific sales.
Yes.
And we'll get to that. I think we'll do a whole video on that. But I think the reality is it's the same process we follow for the rentals and the sales, just filling out the form. But I think what's critical today is just seeing where the documents and the processes are on the drive. Could I just ask you quickly, just to show everybody again the documentation, the process that you've got, the process document that you've got. Where do I find the process document if I want to look at the process?
Okay, so you go to your documents folder and whatever you're doing. So if it's a sale, your doc is there, simple, right there under sale. And if it's a rental, the document is there. Rental process. Okay, and that will bring up these guys. Okay, and this again, guys, if you ever stuck, look at this first, then ask your team leader, because ultimately they're going to refer you back to this document, and so are we, because we can't. We've taken you through it, we've given you the documents, we're helping you with it all. A simple thing like a credit check and what is due in folders is all written out here.
Beautiful.
Okay. So, and these are all links, guys. So if you need a document, you click it, you find it. If you need an email address, you click it, you find it. If you need the credit check payment details, you click it, you find it. So if you're looking for anything, and just looking at this document, I can already see this week, the questions that I've had, I probably should have, instead of spending an hour answering it or researching it or helping someone understand, probably should have just kept referring them to this document because it actually has everything you need to know. Are there any questions on the residential process? Everyone good? That's impossible.
So, well, I just want to say, first of all, Kirsten, if you just click your screen again, but just to say well done to Kirsten. And Kirsten, thanks so much for highlighting. I know I've had a lot of comments from the guys already on the thing there for that. It's very valuable. Just to reiterate what Kirsten has done, she's put the process that we have and she's put into a PDF document, and she's done such a beautiful job of that. Guys, seriously, it's a wonderful tool. It's so simple, and please use that. And Kirsten, to you, thank you so much for using that. We really appreciate it. That's been brilliant. So well done on that, on processes. We're going to be jumping to our next session, which will be lesson 10, which is going to be on listing score and photographs. So we look forward to seeing on that score now shortly.